Hi everyone, it's AJ again with another minimalist leadership tip for you. And today I wanted to talk about an unknown prognosis, shall we say, and that is brain bulimia. Yep, that's right, brain bulimia. Now, lots of people might have heard of the idea of bulimia before and may have heard of it as a physical ailment that affects people who have their environment affect the way they think about and believe in what food can do for them. And so often people think of bulimia just as a food disorder, and I want to challenge that because I actually think bulimia can be of other things as well, such as the brain. And so, I don't know if you can see the view there out of my tiny house today. Beautiful. So thinking about brain bulimia, and what does this actually mean? Well, bulimia is a mental health disorder and it really is triggered by the environment. So things like environment, social things, psychosocial, so the people you're around and what they talk about, as well as biological, so our actual body can trigger some of those things as well. And really it's about sensation seeking. So for a bulimic, they might ingest lots of food and then purge, and it's driven by their need to feel different. So they're sensation seeking, they're enslaved by that. And so for many of us, we're very much in the same situation when it comes to technology and our devices, right? So often we are attracted to our phones and social media, and we get really consumed and overstimulated by all of our technology, right? So our system gets really, really overworked. And so we start acting just the same way as a bulimic would around food. We binge, maybe we binge on Netflix, or we binge on Facebook, or we binge on Insta, right? And then we purge. We feel bad about it. We switch it off. We distract ourselves, and really we're just caught in this vicious cycle. So what can you do about it? Well, you can actually use your brain to help fix your brain, because you have this wonderful thing called neuroplasticity, right? And neuroplasticity means that we can rewire our brain and fire new neurons together. And that old saying of neurons that fire together, wire together is absolutely true. So we need to focus on how can we undo the damage? How can we reverse the damage? How can we minimalize it through using our neuroplasticity? And I see it as being three ways that you can do this, and I call them the miracle moves. You can call them what you will. So the miracle moves are, number one, minimalism. So as you know, I'm here in my tiny house. I'm living minimalism, right? So I'm living downsizing, downscaling the stuff that you have in life that clutters your mind, that clutters your attention, that clutters, just your thinking and makes things crowded. So minimalism. And that could be letting go of habits. It could be letting go of the need to watch TV every night. It could be a habit of always checking your phone first thing. So minimalizing those and reducing them. One way that I've done that is I have a timer on my social media on my phone now. So once I get to a certain amount of time, which is 2 hours, my phone will actually disable those apps. So I can no longer check my Insta or Facebook when I've gotten to my time limit. And in the beginning, it was amazing to discover that sometimes I hit my limit at 10 a.m. And you think, whoa, have I actually spent 2 hours already on social media? So it's really, really good to actually just raise that awareness. The second thing is mindset. So really thinking about how can I calm down my mindset? How can I stop this driving need to overstimulate, which is what brain bulimia is all about. And so the very best thing that you can do for that, I'll always say, is meditation. Because meditation not only helps you be calm in the moment that you're doing it, meditation is actually future-proofing you for the future. Meditation helps rewire the brain, which is what we're trying to do, but it also helps clear old DNA and stuck and stagnant thoughts. So meditation is really, really brilliant for clearing your mindset. So that's number two. And number three is mastery, right? So we want to clear and get rid of the old. We want to clear and get the brain ready in the new. And then we want to start thinking about what are some of the new neurons that we want to wire together and fire together. And so some of those mastery things might be about letting go and letting the good in. So what's some of the good that you could do? It could be listening to a podcast. It could be listening to a chapter of an audiobook. It could be reading a book. Anything that starts getting your brain working on the good. It could be a hobby. And in yoga therapy, I'm learning lots about the benefits of hobbies and what they do for our neuroplasticity and also for our nervous system, right? Calming our nervous system by doing something that gets us in flow and that we love doing. So that's my 3 tips, my 3 miracle moves, right? You want minimalism, you want to master the mindset, and then you want mastery. So get into something that fires new neurons and creates the new. So that's what you can do to start tackling that brain bulimia if you find that you're guilty of it or you're starting to find it taking over your life. Because really lots of people say, well, just use self-control. But self-control is not a long-term strategy. It only works very short amount of time. We only have so much self-control, right? If the chocolate's there on the counter, it's really hard to resist. So we want to think about what's a long-term strategy, and that is rewiring our brain, using our neuroplasticity to our advantage. So that's what you can do to start building a brain that works for you, to start removing that brain bulimia. All it takes is a 10-degree shift. Hope you have a fabulous rest of the day. Bye from the Joy Box. Au revoir.